Thank you, Chairman Gosar, and appreciate you holding this hearing today. Very important hearing, and thank you to our esteemed panel of witnesses. I think this is a topic that gets far too little attention, and we need to shine a light on the other side of what's happening in these devastating wildfires. Just a few short months ago, the whole world watched in horror as raging infernos leveled entire neighborhoods in Los Angeles. These fires destroyed more than 16,200 buildings and caused $131 billion in direct property damages. But these statistics only tell part of the story and never can fully encapsulate the toll that devastating wildfires have on the thousands of families that are still trying to pick up the pieces and return to any semblance of normalcy. We cannot become numb to this level of destruction year after year. We can and we should do more. I would say we must do more. As we sit here today and we think about those 16,200 homes that were destroyed, there are more than 44 million homes in the wildland-urban interface at risk of these kinds of wildfires across our country. This should be a top priority for every American, especially those out west where the fires seem to be more frequent and of higher magnitude. And the thing that we're going to talk about a lot today is how insurance rates are skyrocketing in fire-prone communities. And that is if folks are even able to buy policies in the first place. Just this week, the state of California approved a 17% increase in state farm insurance premiums due to wildfires, on top of increases homeowners have already faced over the past few years. There's a direct connection to lack of forest management and the cost of insurance in these communities. This problem is quite literally killing the American dream, making owning a home unattainable for millions of families. Even worse, without insurance, many folks affected by wildfires can't afford to rebuild their homes, meaning some communities will quite literally never look the same again. The good news is that we know what needs to be done, and it requires using every tool at our disposal. This means hardening homes and infrastructure, creating more defensible space around communities, and treating our forests so they aren't tinderboxes ready to explode at the strike of a single match. That's why the Bipartisan Fix Our Forest Act, which overwhelmingly passed the House earlier this year, comprehensively addresses this crisis by providing new tools and authorities to prevent wildfires at both a community and a landscape level. Wildfire is fast and bureaucracy is slow. Take, for example, the Angeles National Forest, which burned as part of the Eaton Fire. In 2020, federal land managers wanted to install roughly 8,600 acres of fuel breaks and began conducting an environmental assessment. Due to delays, the Forest Service eventually split this project into 3 separate categorical exclusions. After nearly 4 years of delays, these categorical exclusions were finally approved weeks after the Eaton Fire. Too late to make a difference to the residents of Pasadena and Altadena. Had FOFA been in place in 2020, this project could have taken place under one 10,000-acre categorical exclusion. FOFA also codifies existing emergency authorities, shortening the time frame for action from 4 years to right now. We know that this works. Look no further than South Lake Tahoe, which was saved from certain destruction by forest management treatments that happened under a 10,000-acre categorical exclusion. Now we need to take that model and apply it nationwide. As a forester, I can say that one of the favorite sayings of a forester is that the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is today. The best time to have these authorities in place was years before the LA fires ever occurred. But the second best time is to enact these reforms now so that communities in the future don't have to suffer the same consequences that we saw there in Southern California. I really look forward to hearing the testimony today and continuing work in a bipartisan fashion with my colleagues to improve forest management and protect communities. And with that, I yield back the balance of my time.
I thank the gentleman from Arkansas, the gentleman from California, the ranking member for the